Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Black Bishop issue number one by Evolution Publishing. Yeah, I got this yesterday. I read it, and well, I'm here for a review. Um, Evolution Publishing is, the co-creator is Marcel Dupree, who is also the writer, and I got some goodies. Well, very small, but I got it for nothing. So this is a nice print, and I got also a trading card that I'm going to show you a little bit later. I'm a little bit confused about the print because this character that comes briefly in this comic looks like a girl, but in the comic it's a guy. So not sure if that's a fuck up or she's actually a girl in the comic, but from what I see, it looks like a guy. So not sure. Probably I'm a little bit confused about that, but the print looks cool. So, and then we have a trading card that looks the same as my cover, but I have something to talk about. So we have here, I don't know, her power sets, etc. And it says strength 2 out of 10, speed 2 out of 10, ability 3 out of 10, stamina 6 out of 10, durability 1 out of 10, and intelligence 6 out of 10. For me, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, basically, if her intelligence is 6 out of 10, she's not very bright or she's mediocre. Stamina is also okay-ish, but then the rest is it's very bad. And I don't get these parts because if you are fighting and jumping and sneaking and whatever, you need the speed to get out. You need agility to do all these moves. You need strength to that speaks for itself, but also the stamina. I mean, you jumping around and etc. You need your workout. So I don't think this is right. I think this should be way higher. Also, it says here, try to be a member of. I'm sorry, the resolution of the board since he was old enough to talk. She really isn't into being a spy, but sees it as a duty. I'm coming back a little bit later about that. Oh, by the way, she has the same height as me. Cool. I heard from people that's short in America. I'm offended, but no, I don't care. Okay, let's dive in. So we start here in West Siberia, and Black Bishop is breaking and entering into this secret facility. And I must say, for right off the bat, I love the colors. I also love the art. It's made by, let me double check, Guido Martinez. Art by, no, I'm sorry. Created by Marcel Dupree and Gaurav Shrivastava. Hope I didn't butcher it. Story by Guido Martinez. Art by Gaurav Shrivastava. Colors by Arthur Heshley. And letters also by Guido Martinez. Great. I was under the impression that Marcel wrote this, but I was wrong. Anyway, so she breaks and entering in, and she uses cool gadgets, and that's a part that I like about Black Bishop. She is, basically, well, I'm not say female Batman, but she has a lot of gadgets, or James Bond, if you will, because she's a spy. And she uses that to breaking and entering, and that's why she has those weird contacts in that makes her eyes look black and white. Really cool done, nice visuals. And it seems that a rival country experimenting with weaponry, because there are superheroes and supervillains, people with superpowers in this world, and they want to create weapons to counteract that. But this is a rival country, and the board, who is in the UK, doesn't like that. So Black Bishop is sent there to spy on them, record them, and also taking care of them. So she's using a bomb. There's an explosion, and she's fleeing, and then she's going back to the UK and report. Wait a minute, is it the UK? Yeah, it's in the UK. Okay. And she is reporting to the board about what's happening, and that she is, finding out what's going on. I want to highlight something about what I mostly don't like about comics, but in this case, it's quote unquote validated. This is not a criticism about what's happening here, but in general, I noticed that in a lot of comics, a subordinate a spy, a soldier, a person who works for a higher up, has talks to their superiors very demeaningly, very snotty, very bratty. I mean, for instance, he's saying here, so as you can see, we now have footage of the new Russian weapons, which we can use to start catching up to them. As a bonus, I destroyed all of the new prototypes, just as I thought you liked. You're welcome. I've been in the military myself. I've been a soldier. If I said something like that to my superiors, oh man, hell's gonna break out at that time. So I wish there was more, I don't know, people, how do you say, respecting their betters, if you will. Also in comics, I mean, I just don't like it that all that, what's the word I'm looking for? All these young people are, having a big mouth against the people that, train them, feed them, raising them from little, to what they are doing now. But then, there's a reason for that, I think, and I'm trying to highlight it here. So what happens that she's been accused of leaking information that leads to, about, that the board is now in the papers. So people found out there is a group of organization that is doing this. And she said, well, what you're talking about, I didn't leak anything. And she says, do you deny this this accusation? And, damn right, I deny them. So she's being, I'm looking for a word, but I cannot get it at the moment. So I'm coming a bit back about that later. Being an upstart, no, that's not what I'm... Defiant. I believe that's the word I'm looking for. And it seems that in her private life, she is hooking up with the reporter, for some having fun. And then in the papers later, it revealed that the identities of two field operating, one of them as the White Knight, was assassinated, and she doesn't remember that that's happening. So what's happening later is that the board is decided to punish her, and she wants to make up, and she says, hey, let me find the killer and bring them to you. But then the board says, no. The board has tolerated your reckless behavior and its consequences long enough, no more. And therefore you are banished and excommunicated. So I think that's the reason that they are being fed up with her bratty, defiant behavior. And that's the reason that they decided to do this. Because the reason why am I saying this is I think normally I think that it's a little bit extreme to kick someone out and, banish them after you train them from, as a child and, using a lot of resources, money, etc., and time and years to train someone. And then this person fucks up and then, hey, by the way, you're banished now. So I believe there is a story before that, and that they are now being fed up with her behavior and says, okay, this is it. This is the limit. You are being out. Strangely enough, she's not being eliminated because she knows a lot about the board, so they're just letting her go. Okay, well, could be, but it's weird. Anyway, she is being contacted by I believe, a fellow person from the board, maybe a friend that is, working for the board because she's needing intel. So she's going to the house of the person that, leaked the information. And it seems that she's being, not drugging her because that's what she thinks, but, giving her booze to loosen her up. And then she admits that she, I had no idea who you were, but once you start talking, all that dirt was too juicy to pass on. It was just looking for a quick hookup. I had no idea, I swear, please. And then she's getting punched in the face. And Black Bishop is pissed at herself because she was hoping that someone else is to blame, but basically she did it all by herself, but by letting her, by letting her, getting lead on and getting drunk and spilling the beans, if you will. So, but then she discovers the next target of the assassin. So there's a little bit of a gap here when it comes to time. Somehow she figured out that the other one is still alive, so she goes to the compound or to the particular place, and then the assassin jumps in, and this is called the Union, and he wants to kill this guy. It's called the White Rook. So the White Rook is defending himself, and but he's getting his ass kicked because the Union is too quote unquote powerful or better than him. And what is the motivation? The motivation that he was meant to become the Black King, and then he says, "Your bosses turned their back on me, on my father and on me. We've been exiled, and when China took us in, the board took him out." So basically, it's more like a revenge story, and in this case, I like that. He has motivations to take out the board, and because they killed his father. And then Black Bishop comes in, and they are all fighting together. And then Black Bishop is very resourceful, I think. She uses, again, a lot of gadgets. I like that. I like gadgets. It's just, I don't we see that much anymore in superhero comics. It's just more, superpowers. Even Batman, as far as I know, doesn't use a lot of gadgets anymore. Maybe here and there. And but then, sorry for the resolution. So here we go. He sniffs at something, and then he's getting, I don't know, laser powers, laser vision, heat vision, Cyclops vision. You know what I mean. And then he blasts the wall behind him, and it falls on Black Bishop, and we see a little bit later that the White Rook is being killed, and then Bishop taunting, Union taunting Black Bishop, and said, "Hey, once you learn to leave the board behind, come work with me." And then he flees. But then what she's doing, she's going to China because she thinks she needs to make amends for what happened because it's all her fault now. And then she's being discovered by a group of Chinese superheroes called the Imperials. And I think, oh, that's cool. A new group, a new threat enters the stage. And it looks very cool. And this is what I mean with this looks like a guy, but when I, like I said, looks like a girl, but it's a guy. Okay, doesn't matter. And then I look at this character called the Jade Dragon. She has fire powers, and he has super strength, durability, transform into solid mineral, and Hun can do necro energy manipulation. But then when I look at this, and I thought, oh, looks cool from the top down like this. And then I look a bit down and I did, oh my God, these are Chun-Li hips. They are ginormous. And her feet looks also very, tiny, small. Her legs. And it doesn't help that she is that she is using or carrying or wearing, that's probably the right word, the high boots that doesn't reveal her knees or hides her knees. So that in combination with the very thick legs seems like she's very tiny. Doesn't really look good, in my opinion. So, but then Black Bishop, uses her quote-unquote technology tricks, and she uses a smoke bomb, and she disappears like a ninja. Looks really cool. And then she slams into the door, or she kicks the door in, and then there is a Union waiting for her, and he says, "Hey, Black Bishop, why don't you? I was waiting for you, and why don't you join me? And because you're now a free agent, and you don't owe the board anything, and we can do whatever we want." So there's a whole lot of dialogue, and but she says, "Hey, I'm here to clean up my mess, and I'm not looking for a job." And then she insults his family because, well, she said, "I'm not going to repeat the mistakes that your father did," and that pisses off Union. And then also the superheroes break into entering the stage or into the compound. So they're having a brawl, and it looks very cool. And but it seems that he can copy, spoiler, the other superheroes' power, including the necro energy manipulation thing from Hun. That looks like a guy again. And so the battle rages on, and I want to highlight something other again that looks weird. But before I do that, hey, we have the fire-breathing lady, dragon lady again, and now this looks good. This looks great. So she has thick legs, but this part is way smaller than this here. She has still that white hips, and I like white hips. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes. Anyway, but then she is using her fire powers to get rid of the mask of the Union. But the weird thing is she also uses or releases dragon breath. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it doesn't do anything. I mean, if you just melted his face mask plate thingy with your dragon breath, and I said, yeah, okay, that could work. But she doesn't, and this looks just weird. And I don't like the font here. I mean, this looks great here, the tract, it looks dynamic, but this just looks not really good. Anyway, moving on. Union and Black Bishop is battling now because, you see that the Chinese superheroes, can't do anything. You get them beaten. But Black Bishop has figured out his weakness. It seems that, and that's according to her, that he is the source of the power, and not that weird sniffing thing with the towel or whatever it is. And I must say, I don't like the whole tower thing. I mean, it looks just weird and silly. I mean, why not, take a pill or inject yourself with some kind of a DNA from the person that you want to copy, because that's what he is doing. He uses the essence of another super to get that power. But now, instead of sniffing, it's not good. So they battling again each other, and she found a way to hurt him, but also try to more, neutralize his powers. So he powers down and he's screaming. By the way, I must give props to the writer, because I like the writing very much, because they are basically, highlighting some questions that I have through the book, and they are laying it out, they're rolling it out in dialogue. So because he says to Black Bishop, hey, even though they've fired you, they still banned you from your efforts. You still fight for them. And she says, well, true, in a way, I am doing them a favor. But like I said, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me, to clean up the mess that I started. And then once I'm done, I'm fully free and without owning them anything. So I think that's really cool. And again, they also explain why she is able to neutralize his power, because the gizmos, as she says here, are built specifically to counter the Imperials, because she knew beforehand that there are Chinese superheroes probably looking for her. And then she uses that on him because he can copy those powers. That's smart writing. I really love that. It's really good. So it's very digestible, this story, but it's not, very not simple. It's been thought out really, really good, and I like that. So he uses his laser vision again, but she's been prepared, and then she shoots him a couple of times, and he's dead. And it basically says now it's finally over. Black Bishop signing out. And there is a last page that the Imperials are just regrouping again, and then they see the dead body of Union, and then basically this is another book. Black Bishop is telling herself what did I learn from this? Well, first of all, that everyone fucks up, but not everyone has the intention to undo that said fuck up. And also that second, try to make amends if possible, so as to reduce the number of people that want to kill you. Yeah, smart. And then she is, lying on a yacht or a boat and having a break, having a vacation. And it brings us to the end of the book. Jesus Christ, almost 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. I like it. I like it very much. I think this is a very smart writing. I don't like all of it. I mean, I highlighted some problems that I didn't like. But overall, this is a fun book. I highly recommend it. So, and I know that Marcel Dupree is doing a lot of comics, and I know he's getting a lot of flack from certain people about, not delivering, not doing updates, and while he's pumping out a lot of other books. So, well, this is my second book. I know there's another book from him on the way. It's called Speed of Light Issue 2. That's a science fiction magazine. Looking forward to that. So far, I'm happy with his work, and I hope he's delivering, everything that he's going to promise with the other projects. And I definitely believe that you can, if you are interested in this book and you see his other project, that you can add this comic into an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter campaign, that you can get this eventually. I hope he's going to make Black Bishop issue number 2, because I'm very interested in his character, because he has a fun background and he has those very cool gadgets. I want to see more. And it brings us to the end of the video. Guys, thanks for sticking with me for so long, for 20 minutes. Hope you like the video. Give me a like, share the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, because that's important. And I'll see you next time.